Welcome to another episode of From My Perspective. I'm your boy Dion coming back to you with these perspective. And I'm always joined by the man, the myth, the legend, Captain Hate himself, Q. How you doing on this fine day?
You already know the best. Your boy, Mr. Bell, aka say your name on this pod. Might not put you to mind. What's up, Dion?
Much living life. But we always we got a friend of the show, Q. How's it going, Q? Uh, uh,
You gotta put the D in front of there because it's gonna throw it off.
You did throw me off. I was like, damn, you introducing Q again?
I mean, Q. Quite. I'm tripping. How's it going, friend of the show?
Y'all know what
Such
it
a friend
is.
of the show. How's it doing?
Young Quaggy T the Dream,
Quack,
a.k.a. Knicks tape. Nixon 3. That's how serious it is.
Nixon. Okay, Nixon 3. But obviously, like I said, he's a friend of the show. He knows to take his shoes off when he comes in. He knows where the liquor's at. He knows where the bathroom's at. But we about to just get right into it. I just want to say this NBA playoffs has been some of the best playoffs I've seen in a very long time. Almost every game has been entertaining until yesterday, where Denver did not show up. And today's game, the Golden State Warriors versus the Minnesota Timberwolves, is not looking hot. But breaking news, you two might not know, Ant-Man got hurt. So we'll see where that goes. Steph Curry's hurt. Let's start out with the OKC Denver series. Denver stole one, man. They was down 20. They came back and stole one. Chet Holmgren missed two free throws that probably could have sealed the victory. Gave it to Aaron Gordon, and he put up another game-winning bucket. Uh, DQ, how you uh how you feeling about that OKC Denver series?
Honestly, my least favorite of what other games we got going.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. I ain't watched the first one because automatically I knew OKC was just gonna walk. And then after seeing, seeing them come back, I was like, let me tune to the second game. And then OKC walked, and I was like, all right, this feel at home. I don't even need to watch none of this. It's boring to me. It's boring to me.
Why? Because of who's in it?
I ain't gonna lie, watching Joker play is always entertaining to me. He's just so.
It's as entertaining as it can be. I know he's gonna put up stats. I think he got thrown out last night.
Yeah, he had 6 fouls. He, fouled out.
He got ejected. Yeah, I mean, he fouled out. Whatever. Either way, me personally, I don't want to see no Joker play, man. Mm-hmm. He played good basketball. That's not entertaining to me.
Q, what's your thoughts on OKC Denver? Obviously, the first game, good. Second game, it was over at halftime. I went to sleep.
So personally, I disagree with Quag. That's why I was the least interested. I think it's Golden State and Minnesota's the least interesting. But I'm like, I could watch Joker play because I find Joker interesting. I also find Shea interesting. Even though I got into a whole back and forth with shout out LT, OG of the Mixed Bass family. Me and him got into a back and forth about is Shea a top 3 point guard. It was a whole conversation about pure point guards, and I was like, Shea ain't a pure point guard. I think of Shea more as a 2 guard that plays point guard because of the team that he's currently on. So, but I still find him in Joker interesting to watch in the whole OKC. I think it's also the storyline for me with the OKC because I want to see if this is the year they can get over it. And then the storyline of on Denver side, they fired Mike Malone, but they still look like a championship type team. So if they still had the same head coach, if they had their championship head coach, I think we would be taking them more seriously. But because they fired their coach, we looking at them as like, okay, y'all gonna be competitive because of Joker and Jamal Murray or whatnot, but y'all ain't a serious threat. I still think I'm starting to lean back into we should take them as a serious threat.
Yeah, because I didn't think they was gonna get out the Clippers series, man. There's one storyline you kind of like you left out, man, the big one is the two MVP frontrunners.
I mean, yeah, but we all know Shea. I mean, can we like? You right? You right. So it's 1 and 2 in the MVP votes, and that it should be a storyline. But that's the thing. Shea won MVP, but we all still think Joker's the best player in the world.
Yeah.
Well, most of us. I ain't gonna say we all, because Quagfire disagree.
Yeah.
But most of us think.
I mean, best in the NBA, maybe.
All right,
he's up there.
What? If he's the best in the NBA, then he's the best in the world.
I'm saying, I mean.
No, stop it, bro. You don't believe this. You don't even believe this. I ain't even gonna let you.
Yeah, bro. I think Giannis might still got him low key.
Okay, cool. One of, if not, he's top 3. No worse than 2. No worse than 2. So Shea's MVP, Joker's the best, one of the best. I don't think that's really that big of a. For me, it's not that big of a storyline. To me, Oklahoma City and then the head coach situation with Denver are more important storylines. Aaron Gordon, people forget, he was that dude in Orlando. Like he was at one point a centerpiece or somebody that people could look to build around. He got traded to Denver. He becomes the third, fourth option. Really the fourth option offensively.
Yeah. Michael Porter Jr. was supposed to be the third option, but he's not. He's not doing that. He's not. Sorry.
So I think this could go 6 or 7 still.
I agree 100%. It definitely could go 6 or 7. I mean, I feel like Denver was like, "Oh, we got one. We got one at their crib. We good. We're gonna get these next 2 at our crib." They got a home court advantage right now, so I think that's how Denver looked at it. But let's go ahead and slide over to the Minnesota Timberwolves Golden State Warriors. Golden State, they stole game 1. Keep in mind, every road team stole game 1 of round 2, like the first time that's ever happened. But they did it at a cost with Steph Curry going out. Hopefully, they said it's a grade. I think they said grade 2 hamstring injury, so it's gonna be like a week to 2 weeks. Their hope is game 6. That's what everybody keeps saying. Hopefully, he comes back game 6. The best thing about that is there's a 3-day rest between game 5, and game 6. So they play on Wednesday, then they don't play again until I want to say that's Saturday or Sunday. So that's what they're hoping for. People was like, okay, it's probably gonna be Minnesota now since Steph is hurt because Golden State is gonna be uphill climb. With the new information that is coming out now, I don't know how bad it is. I really can't. I'm watching the TV, but I can't hear it.
He's questionable to return.
He's questionable to return this game. Depending on how long that is, this looks like it may have been a little bit of even playing field back again with Steph in and out. How does that change things for y'all? Go ahead, DQ. What's your thoughts? You said this is more entertaining.
I still got the Warriors.
Even playing field?
I still got the Warriors.
Steph out, both team star players out.
But you still got Jimmy, and then you got the Warriors culture.
I disagree. I think Minnesota's the better team.
Even without man.
Yeah, I think Warriors got the better player, like Quag said, in Jimmy. But as far as like 2 through the rest, without you take out Steph and you take out Ant, I personally think Minnesota.
Because for sure. I think they're the better team, but
yeah. Because they got Julius Randle.
Okay.
They got Walker. They got McGee.
All right, bro.
Nas Reed.
They got Nas Reed. They got Gobert. They got Conley. They got a squad over. You look at the Warriors. After you get past Jimmy and Buddy Hield, I mean Draymond played defense. I know the past couple games. Let me not be disrespectful. The last couple games, he's giving you some offense. He's giving you double digits. I think he had 16 in the first half in the last game. But come on, man, we know what Draymond did. Mm-hmm. Draymond ain't giving you no points for real. So in Pods, the little white dude that played for Golden State, call him nickname Pods. Sometimes he scores, sometimes he don't. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. I think Minnesota's the better team if you take out the 2 stars.
All right. All right. DQ, you agree or disagree?
I think they are the better team, but you live and die on the back of Ant Man.
Okay. Okay.
You die on the back of Julius Randle. You definitely die on Gobert. If it's serious for Ant Man, Warriors in 5.
All right, no, we ain't doing
I
that.
don't know about that one, but Q, what you if but let's just put in a world that both stars is out. What you got?
Who, if both stars is out, I would say Warriors in 6 because we know Steph will probably be back by game 6.
Okay.
And on the other hand, they say with him being questionable tonight, that means he probably gonna play game 3
Okay.
more than likely.
I
So
say I'll say Warriors in 7. Warriors in 7.
okay.
All right, so let's go ahead and slide over to the Eastern Conference. Probably the two shockers of the whole playoffs. Um, we'll start out with the New York Knicks versus the Boston Celtics. The New York Knicks was like plus 690 in the odds to win this series, which means they was heavy underdogs. Not a lot of people believed them. Even there was even Knicks fans out there that's like, I just hope we get one game over this team. They got one game. Then game two happened. They was down 20 just like they was in game one, and they got game two. So not only did they get one game, they got two games, and now they're heading to the Garden of Madison Square Garden, that is, with a 2-0 lead over the defending champions, the Boston Celtics. So before we break it down a little bit, I want to give DQ the floor. I'm going to sip on my liquor and let you do your little victory lap as your New York Knicks is up 2-0 against the defending champions.
Where do I begin? I don't even know if victory lap's the right word. Let me say, look, this is like I know we just had Easter. This is like a revival. Cause I had already put them in the crypt and put the rock in front of it. It was closed down. After that first 20, game 1, down 20. Man, I get up and I go on about my business. I said, man, y'all got it. Y'all don't want to play. I don't want to watch. Y'all don't want to play. I don't want to watch. I'm gonna go do something else. I scroll back by the TV. Oh, they didn't cut it down to 10. Caught my eye. Oh, they done cut it down to 5. Oh, they done tied it up. Hell, they done took it to overtime. So, I'm just going through the motions at this point. They get the win. Oh, yeah, oh, yeah, oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. They not, I said, look, what I said, Q, this team was built to beat Boston. They not going to win another game. They not going to win another. We finna go to New York and we finna cheat. It's over with for them. Y'all might as well cancel Christmas. Look, the little leprechaun I saw the leprechaun. Y'all don't be watching the games for real. That leprechaun was sitting on the back of the goal, swatting them away. They would make a free throw, miss a free throw. He was hitting them, boy. I said, yeah, we ain't gonna win here again. Y'all better go on and close it out at home. I counted them out. Now, same thing last night. I'm getting ready to go to Drake's. I was like, I don't even want to watch the game at Drake's. I know I'm gonna be all mad. Let's go on the jet out before the game over with. I pull up. I said, damn, they up 2. We was just down 20. What happened? Oh, man, sit down. We finna catch the end of this. And, hey, magic happened. Playoff Tatum did his thing. Appreciate you, my boy. Jaylen Brown was the MVP for a reason, huh? So I'm saying, man, hey, we taking it all the way to the finals.
All right. So obviously DQ, our resident Nick fan, is very happy. It both games literally happened somewhat, literally the same way. Like you would have thought it was a replay of game one, the way game two happened. Boston Celtics
Mm-hmm.
they jump up to a huge lead, and then the Knicks slowly started to use about in the late third quarter. Slowly started to come back down, walk them back down. Jalen Brunson makes a nice move. They take the lead. They take the lead, and then Boston has a chance to win the game. And they pass it in both times. Mikal Bridges One, he just steals it from Jason Tatum. The other one, he deflects it from Jason Tatum. So game one and game two, the Boston Celtics failed to get a final shot up when they had a chance to win the game, which is just the fact that it happened 2 games in a row is absolutely insane. Boston Celtics, y'all taking a lot of threes. Y'all getting up 20 and still just chucking up threes and allowing the New York Knicks to come back. It's absolutely ridiculous. But Q, I'm gonna give you the floor on your thoughts of the New York Knicks Boston Celtics series.
I'm kind of like, where do I begin? Well, let me start with this though. They traded for Mikal Bridges for a reason.
Yeah,
There's a reason why
I traded a lot for him too.
It's a reason why they gave up all those first round draft picks to get him. It's a reason why they did it, and he's showing his value. And Jalen Brunson is the ultimate closer. He don't fear the moment. He's going to get his shot off. Unlike Jaylen Brown and Jay Statham. Y'all know me, I love Jaylen Brown. But there's no way you let Mikal Bridges steal that ball from you at the end of that first game. It's not. I know I love Jaylen Brown. Everybody know it. You can't allow that to happen. Tatum getting his shot blocked at the end of the second game. You cannot allow that to happen. You got to get that shot off. You got to feel that he's cheating off Jaylen Brown to get Jaylen Brown that ball. I'm gonna ask this question. This is the thing I want to talk about. And Ian, I want to see what your thoughts is, your perspective. Because from my perspective, if Boston gets swept out of this second round by New York, Joe Mazzulla might have to get fired. Because I know he won a championship last year. And I know that's kind of extreme out for 1 year. But you're showing that you can't make an adjustment. Y'all keep shooting all these threes, but they don't walk shot down twice. On y'all court, nonetheless. They walked you down
in your house
twice on your court.
20 points.
What Quack said? The leprechaun was up there moving. The leprechaun's in your crib. You should be having all the luck in the world, but you're not.
New York came in there, didn't wipe their feet off, nothing. Put their feet on the counter. Oh, just so disrespectful.
They played you. I ain't want to say they played you like a joke, but they played the percentages on you. Y'all keep shooting all these threes. Y'all shooting all these threes. Y'all gonna end up missing these threes. We gonna keep doing what we doing, and we gonna end up coming back in this game. Okay, cool. Where's the adjustment there? You seen that inbounds play? Y'all set up some. Jason Tatum got straight to the basket, dunk. Whoa. Y'all see that y'all can get to the basket on them. Why y'all
can't stay in foul trouble. It's making it easy for you.
Can't stay in foul trouble. Me and Quake had this conversation earlier. I think Boston Celtics is the better team that, as far as better players and whatnot. Tatum and Brown should be. I ain't saying they should be dominating because OG Anunoby and Mikal Bridges are elite defenders and they can get you some points. But like Quake said, Jaylen Brown was a Finals MVP. He was an Eastern Conference MVP. Tatum is recognized as a top 10 player in the league currently. Y'all should be able to get some baskets and get some buckets against them dudes and be able to get to the basket. Just switches up or something. Because like Quag said, he just said it. If y'all get a switch on Cat, you know Cat gonna get a foul.
Mm-hmm.
What both say, the bongos. He finna pop, 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 pop.
So I'm trying to figure out why can't Boston close a game? And to me, that's a coaching situation. And why Boston still shooting all of these threes and not getting to the basket and making the adjustment. To me, that's a coaching situation. Correct? I mean, Dion, what you think?
From my perspective with the whole Joe Mazzulla thing, there was a lot of people. Obviously, he inherited a great team he would not be, let's face it, he would not be the coach of the Boston Celtics if Mr. Emmanuel Doka wasn't doing what he was doing behind closed doors. That man would still be the coach and probably would have 1 or 2 rings by now. Let's just call a spade a spade. A lot of people don't think he is good enough to deserve that job anyways. But you inherited a great team and you took him to the championship. I can see him getting fired if things go terribly like it looks like it is because it's on your hands. People probably felt like you didn't deserve that job anyways, but you got it. You did get a championship. this is a players over coaches league, anyways. So I can see it happening. Would I do it? Probably not. But I can see him getting fired. Then hell, Coach Mike Malone who got fired 2 years from winning the ship out of nowhere. Well, we knew there was problems, but we didn't know the problems was that deep. So I can see it happening. I don't think it should or will, but I can see your perspective on that. Did you think your Knicks could be the reason why Joe Mazzulla is out of a job?
I mm, I don't think it's so much. It would be the Knicks' fault. I think it just be his own fault. Because I mean, like y'all said, it's the adjustments that you're not making. You acting like, oh, we Boston. I mean, I put it this way. I can't even say it's him because you got some. I'm not saying nobody in particular. You got some strong-willed players. Some you dealing with champions at this point, and it's kind of hard to talk to a champion because low key, bro, you just got here. We been here. We been grinding. You feel me? We the
But
ones
he
that got
made
to the
him.
finals.
He was the coach when they became the champion, though.
Yeah.
But I'm saying,
He didn't get
were
them
you
to the
really the
first
coach,
finals
or were
though.
you really just here?
He didn't
How
get them
much
to their
control does
first
Joe
finals.
Mazzulla really have?
I would say he got a lot of control.
Do you think
As
he
a,
had more control than Ime Udoka?
I think he no. I
I
think
think he
I
might
don't
got
think
more
his
control than
voice.
Brad Stevens,
I
but I
don't think
don't
his
think he had as
voice.
much as yeah.
I don't think his voice
He
carries as much as Ime's. But as far as power, I think they probably, hey, coach only go like you said. It's a player's league. Power. Coach only gonna have so much power.
yeah.
Ime's voice is gonna carry more because he was a former player.
Mm-hmm.
So
But we'll see, man.
out there yelling, take it to the hole. They chucking up a three.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, at this point, and we'll get there. I want to see the Knicks versus the Pacers. We'll get to the Pacers here in a second. So I'm gonna go Knicks in 6. I'd be surprised if Boston only get at least 2 games. Q, what you got?
I would say Knicks is 6-2, but I'm not gonna lie though. If there's any team that could come back from 0-2, it is Boston.
It is Boston. You are absolutely right. But let's go ahead and move on to the final series. We need to talk about the
Tweaking.
Indiana Pacers versus the
Hold
Cleveland
on, hold on, hold on, hold on,
Cavaliers.
hold on, Dion, hold on. Who's tweaking?
Y'all tweaking.
What you
Y'all
say?
see y'all see these boys winning 4 straight?
I said Knicks in
We
6.
said 6.
We said they could do it because it's the
Yeah,
Boston Celtics.
That was the last thing I heard was they could come back. They could.
yeah.
They're capable.
I see them. I don't. No.
We ain't. I'm not saying we're not saying it's likely. We both said Knicks is 6, but if any team could do it, it's Boston. Correct. Be real. Boston's down 0-2. Cleveland's down 0-2. Which one of them you think can come back?
Yeah, that's true. Boston.
Yeah. So that's what. Stop it. Don't even lie to yourself.
And you cannot forget. We're
we'll
gonna get
get
there,
to.
but you can't
We'll get
forget the
there.
Cavs.
We'll get there.
All right, let's get there. So we'll move on to the Indiana Pacers versus the Cleveland Cavaliers. The Cleveland Cavaliers have been head and shoulders, in terms of record, the in the best team in the NBA, man. They were the number 1 seed in the East as soon as the NBA season started. They started out, I think they won 25, 26 games in a row. They have been on fire. But they did come up with a little snag. They got a couple people hurt. But even with those couple people hurt, not a lot of people gave the Indiana Pacers a chance. People said, oh, Pacers probably get 1, maybe 2 games, similar to the Knicks. Indiana, they walk into Cleveland, similar to the Knicks. They go down a lot, but the Pacers walk them down. And then they end up finishing off and stealing game 1 somehow. Don't know how they did it, but they did. Game 2 was the one though. Similar story to the first one. They down a lot. They end up walking them down. Then Tyrese Halliburton He must have, I don't know, I guess he was replaying the fact that his peers was calling him the most overrated player in the NBA because the fans in Cleveland was yelling he's overrated. And he goes to the line, he misses the second free throw, somehow gets his own rebound, takes it. No, they have a timeout. They don't call it. He takes it out to the top key, hit it with a bop, 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 step back, shoots it with his ugly jumper, but somehow it goes in, hits a three, and celebrates on him to steal game two. So now the Pacers is up 2-0 against a hobbled Cleveland team. Donnie did all he could in game two. He put up 40 plus. Still wasn't enough. But just like the New York Knicks, we have an Indiana Pacers fan here. So, Q, as I drink my liquor, I'm gonna let you do your little victory lap because I know, especially after game two, you was excited. How many times you watch that clip?
Man, I don't watch that clip like 30 times, dog. I ain't even gonna hold you. I don't watch that clip like 30 times. Man, the man stepped back on that man. Wow. Remind me
And that
what he did.
celebration too. That celebration was crazy. He got a warning for that one, by the way. He didn't get fined. They gave him a warning.
Come on, man, because they knew that was an incredible shot.
Yeah.
They knew what it was. It's like, remind me what he did to Giannis. Hit him with that two-step. Wow. I'm gonna go ahead and go to the basket. But instead, with Jerome, I bet I'm gonna step back on you because you ain't got it in you. Now, this ain't a victory lap. You think I was gonna take a victory lap? I'm actually gonna do the opposite.
Okay.
I'm actually disappointed in the Indiana. Quag already laughing. I'm disappointed in my team because hell, this week, Dion, you should know this. We had this conversation at the end of the regular season.
Yeah.
You can't play Cleveland. You got all your dudes, and they missing three of their top five, three of their top six, and you struggling to win. Yeah, Donovan Mitchell put up 40, and I think he had like 8 or 9 assists. Donovan Mitchell balled. He didn't get that closeout at the end of the game. You know what I'm saying? He didn't get dunked on. They should have called a foul on that too, but whatever. They also should have gave him a flagrant. But whatever, it is what it is. Cool. But nah, we shouldn't have been struggling in this game to win. Cleveland can't be missing 3 of their top 6 dudes, and we're struggling to win. We got all our dudes healthy. We came in relaxed. The first quarter, first half, we came into relaxed. We just assumed like, hey man, they're gonna roll over. They're gonna roll over because they're missing some of their dudes. They wounded dog. They're gonna roll over, they're gonna lay it down, it's over. No, they're not gonna do that. They gonna fight. They was number 1 team in the East for a reason. They gonna put up a fight, and you should have learned this lesson at the end of the regular season when you was trying to clinch a top 4 spot in the East. To me, that's the biggest takeaway of the game. For me, yes, I watched the clip 30 times, and I love the clip, and I love Tyrese with the step back. I love that he's not scared of the moment, just like Jalen Brunson, not scared of the moment. But to me, that shouldn't have been a game. We should have been up 20 that game, just like we was in game 1.
Mm-hmm.
That's from my perspective. Indiana played with their food. The Indiana Pacers played with their food in game 2. You can't do that in the playoffs. And if you can't keep thinking you're gonna be able to keep coming back at the end of the game, nah, man, somebody might catch you. You might not be able to knock down all these shots. That's my perspective. Yeah, I'm happy we up 2-0, but we shouldn't have to sweat that out.
Yeah, I mean, because I didn't realize it at the time. I'm watching this game like, damn, in my head, the Pacers, they could win this. They could win this series. They play like this. Then I texted you, text me back, man, they missing 3 of their best 6. And then him like, damn, they really are. They ain't got no Darius Garland, Hunter's out. I think Mobley was hobbled that second game. Yeah, but you don't just get healthy overnight. So Darius Garland, he's been dealing with that toe injury since the last series. I mean, he's probably gonna get out there for the next game because at this point you're down 2-0. You have to get out there and give the Cavs something. Give Donovan Mitchell some type of help because you got 2 games in the field house that you got to at least win. You got to for real. You got to win both of them. You can't go down 3-1. That's just not in this day and age. Pacers are too good. They're not. I don't think they're a team that could blow a 3-1 lead, especially to a hobble Cavs. So I'm just going to say it. I got the Pacers in 5 because I
Sure.
don't think the Cavs is going to be healthy enough to do something, and that's going to be a very disappointing into the season if that happens, considering how dominant the Cavs was in the regular season. DQ, what's your thoughts on the Pacers Cavs series?
I wanna just where do I begin?
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, it's just something about the Pacers that are just fraudulent to me. There is something about them that is fraudulent. I don't know what it is.
Fraudulent.
Yeah, it's
Who's
something.
fraudulent?
It's just something about the Pacers that just don't sit right with me this year.
We
And
just, we
I
just keep
don't.
winning.
And y'all keep winning, yes, but I feel like y'all only win when y'all face somebody that's hurt.
It's not true. That's not true. And honestly, I don't know. Here's my this injury bug situation in the conversation. Y'all blaming us for we
We're
play
not
that's
blaming
in front
y'all.
of
We're
us?
not blaming y'all, but it makes y'all look better than what y'all is. Y'all keep beating all these teams that's beat up. You should.
Okay, but we keep getting there at the end of the day.
I look at it this way.
We got to be in the position to beat these teams. So, I mean, that's what
That's
we are.
true. That's true. Y'all had to get to that 4 seed, 5 seed, whatever y'all are.
4 seed.
Yeah, y'all had to get there. I feel that. But at the end of the day, it's gonna be a slobber knocker in the East. Whoever come out the East should win the championship. I think.
I mean, I don't.
I mean, unless they
Okay,
got to play Denver, but
shit, OKC tough too.
well, OKC too. But I mean, they gonna beat each other up over there.
So,
The
like
Knicks
I
and the
said,
Knicks and the Pacers they finna take it back to the olden days. I can't wait.
well, I mean, let's not count our chickens before they hatch now.
Hey man,
But I will.
Dion. Let me tell you something, man. I've been practicing voodoo. I know a little something, something.
All right, bro. Just say anything. Look,
I know a little something, something.
I'm just saying, let's not count our chickens before they hatch. But I would love to see uh, Eastern Conference Finals, New York Knicks versus Indiana Pacers for 2 reasons. Reason number one, we're gonna talk about it a little bit later in the show. If you watch WWE, there was a couple times where Tyrese Halliburton and Jalen Brunson, they interacted in the WWE universe. So I know WWE would probably love that. They'll show them clips a million times to promote them. Maybe they'll help promote the WWE. I love it. That'd be exciting. Jalen Brunson, Tyrese Halliburton, hey, that's gonna be great. And obviously, for my number two reason, for selfish purposes, for the from my perspective podcast, we got DQ and Q. I expect DQ to be on the show every episode while that series is coming on because I know it's gonna be some great back and forth between you two. So that's what
yeah.
I'm.
Hey,
So I'm hoping. I'm not trying to count my chickens before they hatch, but that's what I want.
he don't want that smoke. But realistically, man, if that do happen, me and him end up going live every
Hey,
game.
during the game, hey, we calling the games ourselves at this point.
Okay. Nah, I would love to play New York in the Eastern Conference Finals because some people they complained about injuries last year, even though we beat them. We keep beating people. But it is what it is.
Julius Randle hurt the whole season.
He played. What are you talking about?
When y'all played us last year,
he didn't play. He didn't play last year, but like you said, he was hurt the whole year. That y'all had
Jalen Brunson get hurt. Of course, y'all gonna win.
Bro, that was the last game of the series. I mean, he had played every game before that.
He had played every game before that, and when he get hurt, y'all just going to we definitely can win now. Jalen Brunson out.
Again, what you want us to do?
Like I said, we got the Boston Stoppers over there now, so we definitely coming for y'all.
This is exactly why I want that series to happen. Just saying, guys.
Y'all can't stop us though. Jalen Brunson can't guard Tyrese.
Cat finna smack somebody up over here.
Bro, Cat gonna be in foul trouble.
Cat gonna be like,
come on, Big Fire ain't firing nowhere near here. Stop it.
He finna tear somebody up with them big hands, boy. He finna.
All right, guys, back to y'all respective corners. Get back to the red corner, get back to the blue corner, back to your respective corners. So before we go ahead and move on to the next topic at hand, I gotta ask you. I said Pacers in 5. Q, what you got?
Pacers in 4.
Oh, he said Pacers 4. DQ.
No, really,
Definitely. For
we
real.
need to be Pacers. It needs to be Pacers in 4.
Pacers in 4
It
because
needs to be.
they had no business winning game 2, and because they won game 2, that was it for Cleveland.
Yeah, no, you don't even if everybody comes back, you up 2-0 going home. Now you need to go. You don't play with your food. You need to go and wrap this series up so you can go and get rested. So you ain't got to worry about no injuries. Nah, you need to. They came out game 2 lackadaisical. Like they just going picking flowers and shit. Nah, you need to go on a prey. You need to go look for your prey. Go out here and hunt. Game 3 and game 4. Wrap this series up. Don't waste your time.
We need to get back to Indiana, or y'all need to just stay at Indiana.
Yeah,
no, we the higher season. Y'all just waiting on us.
Yeah, hey, but look, we coming back home for these next 2 games. There's no reason for us to board a plane. There's no reason for us to go back to Cleveland whatsoever. Let's wrap this up.
I mean, it's not too far if they have to.
No, but you don't need to.
Right.
Look, if I'm Kenny Atkinson and they lose one of these games, y'all ride the bus over there then. I'll meet y'all there.
All right. Well, that'll do it from our talk of the NBA playoffs. But if you guys don't know, I'm sure you guys are aware, we are from the city of Louisville. We call it Louisville, because we are different than Kentucky. But even though we are different than Kentucky, we still honor the Kentucky Derby, which happens every year, every first Saturday of May. And the first Saturday of May was last Saturday, and we had the 151st Kentucky Derby. Now, I apologize, me and Q, we wasn't on top of our game last week. We failed to talk about the Kentucky Derby leading up. But honestly, that's how it is around here, guys. We kind of forget about it until, it gets close and it happens. And like, oh, dang, Rick Ross is here. Oh, dang, Tom Brady's here. All these celebrities, Aaron Rodgers is here. All these celebrities start pulling up. You realize, oh, the Kentucky Derby is here. It's here. So to give you guys a little, what happened behind closed doors, after the podcast last week, we did look at the horses. We was trying to see, like, what could happen. We didn't look at no favorites. We didn't look at the odds. We just looked at the horse's name. From the horse's name, Q can attest to this. The first name I looked at journalism. I was like, that's a crazy name for a horse. Then the next day, I do my little research before I bet on the horse, see what's going on. Apparently, journalism was the heavy, heavy favorite to win the Kentucky Derby. He ended up not winning it. He ended up coming in second. The horse that ended up winning it was Sovereignty. Can't remember his odds, but he wasn't the favorite. I think he had middle of the pack odds, but he ends up winning. He ends up winning it, and might as well go ahead and say it. He's not running in what's the Preakness, which is the next leg of the Triple Crown, which is very unfortunate. And trainer said he don't want to run. He don't want to run, but Kentucky Derby 151 happened. We all watched it. I know we all lost some money. I know I did. I had my money on what was it? American Promise.
Who's we are? Who's we
are?
I
had some money on it. I forgot you're not a gambling man. I'm a gambling man. I'm sorry. I'm a gambling man.
No, I'm saying I won some money. So
yeah, he won some money off.
Oh, my bad.
Off of Sovereignty.
Yeah, I won some money off of Sovereignty. You know me.
I didn't win any money off of Sovereignty. My bad. I went with America. I think it was American Promise because, again, peel back the curtain a little bit. Second name I looked up, I think it was American Promise. It's like, that sounds like a Triple Crown winner. I put some money on that, and he didn't win it. So neither here nor there, but I'm going to go with you guys. Kentucky Derby 151. How'd y'all enjoy it? Obviously, y'all won some money. How'd y'all feel about 151?
I feel good because, again, I won some money. So it was real good to me. As far as the race was The race was good. I was with family, enjoying the race, and I remember when they came around that curve. I was actually with Quack. I hit Quack like, "Hey yo, it's about to be all right. It's about to be a good little race." Coming down to the end, but it's something I want to touch on. So they not like you said, they're not running sovereignty into the Preakness. They gonna train him for the Belmont. The schedule goes 2 weeks after the Derby, it goes to the Preakness, and then 3 weeks after that, it goes to the Belmont. And of course, right now the Belmont is they're actually the I was about to say the stadium, but the track is getting renovated, so they actually play racing at Saratoga, which is another place up in New York. I like what they're doing as far as putting the horses first. So they don't want to run. They don't want to run the horse 2 weeks after 2 weeks because it's not good for the horse. But I also want to see the opportunity of a triple crown because no, in all fairness, for me personally, if there's not an opportunity for the triple crown, I'm not gonna watch the Preakness. Then I'm definitely not gonna watch the Belmont.
Yep.
So it loses something for me. I listen to Tony Korn has a podcast and he has a bunch of horse racing experts come on, and one of them's Andy Byer. He talks about moving, stretching it out. Keep the Kentucky Derby the first weekend in May, and then stretch out the next races like a month, basically a month apart. Put one at Derby. One first Saturday in May, make the other one Memorial Day, and then come back like July 4th and run the Belmont.
I like
I
that
don't know.
idea.
I don't know about July 4th because it's kind of far, but maybe like the last weekend in June or something like that. I would. I think they should do that.
I
I
agree.
think they
I
should
agree.
stretch the races out so that way we can still have the opportunity of a triple crown.
All right.
That as from my perspective, I think they should stretch the schedule out a little bit.
DQ, how you feel about the 151st running of the Kentucky Derby?
Yeah, it was a pretty good race. Like I said, it got chippy right there at the end. It was somebody came up on their right side out of nowhere. I was like, oh, look at him trying to take the lead. He didn't really do nothing with it, but uh, it was a fairly good race. Like I said, they ain't had no horse in the race, so my coin stayed in my pocket.
I got you. I got you. I want to say something. The best thing about this Kentucky Derby that I thought from my perspective was every one of these horses that was in the race was some type of descendant of Secretariat.
Mm-hmm.
And that was an incredible stat that I heard. I'm like, oh my God. I mean, we knew Secretary is the GOAT. We know this. Everybody knows she has a statue outside the Kentucky Derby for a reason. The fact that every horse at the 154th Kentucky Derby was a descendant of Secretary was absolutely incredible. And that was the best that I've heard of almost all year. So, hey, shout out to Secretariat. You a GOAT. That's what I mean. Obviously, you the
I
GOAT.
mean, I feel that, but how we know these folks ain't lying, man?
They don't lie about their horses, dog.
Come on, bro, because
That's
it
people.
costs
That's
big.
some things that people take serious. It's the horses.
It
Now,
costs big bread for them horses. That's why.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, I was about to say it ain't it. Every single horse was related to the Secretariat.
Now, honestly, it was super far down the line. It was like,
I mean, but what? Uh, I'm just playing devil's advocate. Look, everything don't add up now.
All I'm saying is, hey, they don't play about them horses. They spend millions of dollars to get close to them triple crown winners. Because the last one was what Justified. Yeah,
yep,
Justified in
was the last one.
2018.
That
Yeah,
was the last one. So hey,
then American Pharaoh was 14, 15, something like that. Yeah, man,
mhm.
them dudes, they lineage to get them. Oh yeah, it's gonna cost some bread.
And
So
Actually, I will say American Pharaoh, Triple Crown runner. He had a son, Luxury Calf. That was his son in the Kentucky Derby. So I mean, that's Triple Crown lineage all over the place. So, but hey, Secretary, you birthing all these. Hey, you the
Hey,
grandfather here.
Secretariat, the Draco horse racing, huh?
I mean, I would say it's more so,
I would say the LL Cool J, but I feel what you
Yeah,
said.
yeah.
I feel what you said. I
He
feel like
putting everybody on. You feel me? My bad. You know.
Yeah, what you say? He putting everybody on. He putting everybody on. But shout out to the 151st Kentucky Derby. We got a year until the 152nd. It's gonna be a good time, man. And them tickets is ridiculous. I won't be going to the Kentucky Derby because I like to actually watch the race. I don't want to see 2 seconds of the horse as they walk by in the infield. Just saying, but that's another conversation for another day. But we have a PLE this Saturday. DQ, if you want to talk about, I know you're not the biggest WWE fan, but
Man, who said that? Man, you must don't know. Back in the day, man, look. I know my old school. Now when we start getting to the nows and the yeah, it get a little shaky. I know
it's
my look. I know Montez Ford. I remember him when he came out.
well, we're not going to be talking about nonsense for today. Unfortunately, he's not on the card, but we do have the backlash as always. You have WrestleMania, and there's always backlash after the fact. Just unfortunately, I got to bring up. Q did put a belt to ass on me for WrestleMania predictions. It was pretty bad. He beat me by a score of 21-10. We don't have to dwell on that too long, but the backlash card is out. We're back to these 5 match cards. Q, how you see the card? It's 5 matches, nothing too exciting. I mean, from our perspective, what's your thoughts on it?
if I'm being honest, let's just call a spade a spade. Normally we do for PLEs, we have a whole separate episode.
Yeah,
We putting this with the playoffs. That says a lot about this PLE. If I'm being like no disrespect to none of the people on the card, but that just tells you how we feel about this PLE. It's nothing that it's one thing that's real exciting. I feel like it's come too soon. We'll get to that in a minute. But
They on a rush.
I mean, true, but dang, y'all could stretch this out a little longer. It,
yeah.
it should be the right next match, but uh,
There's a reason behind it, but yeah, we'll get to it.
I mean, yeah, but still, come on, man. But now, but other than that, yeah, just
Yeah. So, if you don't know, we do confident point predictions. There's 5 matches. The match you have the most confidence in, you give it a 5. The match you have the least confidence in, you give it a 1. Not gonna lie, I stole it from the Steve and Larson Going in Raw podcast. Shout out to them. If you guys are ever listening, hey, I stole it from y'all. I'm giving you guys credit. I really appreciate it. It's a
Hey,
dope
make sure
idea.
that's the only time you give them credit. Now you don't give them credit once. They don't need to hear it again.
Hey, I'm gonna give them credit as much times as many times as we do this. I just gonna say it. But let's go ahead and get right into it. The first match. I mean, the bill was pretty interesting in how they did it. It's Pat McAfee versus Gunther. Now, I believe we both want to have Gunther winning this. The question is how many confidence points in it is one, and two, is it going to be competitive? So, Q, give me your confidence points and give me how competitive you think it's going to be.
I actually don't have a bunch of confidence that Gunther's gonna win it. I
Mm,
feel like they're gonna find a way to get, you know, I think Pat McAfee's gonna put up a fight because at the end of the day, I feel like they building towards Goldberg.
that's exactly what they're
I don't
doing.
know how it's gonna get there, but it's gonna get there that it's gonna be Goldberg and Gunther. And I'm assuming SummerSlam. That would be my assumption, if not Money in the Bank. Or maybe they do a best of three or something, so it ain't like his actual last match. I don't know, but so I don't think it's gonna be like a. I don't really know how to predict it. You know what I mean? I don't really know how to predict this. If I gotta put a confidence points on it, I'm gonna go Gunther, but I'm gonna go Gunther at 2. Nah,
There too.
Gunther at 1. I'm not sure. Gunther at 1.
Gunther, oh, you got Gunther one. Yeah, so I mean, I have Gunther at 3. I mean, I would give it more, but there's some other matches that I'm a lot more confident in. I think it's gonna be one of those things where Gunther dominates Pat McAfee for most of the match. Pat gets a hope spot or a two, but Gunther still wins. But like I said, This is just a build up for Goldberg. That's all it is. That's all it is. So we'll see. I guess make I might as well go ahead and make it a prop bet. Do you think Goldberg will show up?
Yeah.
I mean, I
All
don't
right,
think he will.
y'all have to help me out now. What's up with this beef between Gunther and Goldberg? What's been going on there? Just give me, you give me the
And
two long
honestly,
didn't
it has
read.
not been that much. They had one segment where Gunther was in the ring. Goldberg was, basically ringside with his son. And Gunther, he was just talking shit to Goldberg and with his son there. But it was well known that Goldberg has said he wants one more match, one more final match. And when that happened, you knew, oh, that's just a setup for Gunther to face Goldberg in the future. So it's something we knew was going to happen. We just didn't know when. Goldberg said it's going to happen this year, so I mean, we imagine that's the next step. Gunther doesn't have a title on his waist at the moment. Makes sense for him to have the Goldberg match because they might want Goldberg to win that match since it's his final match. Who knows? He shouldn't
And
win
I,
it, but
I was gonna
hey,
say also Gunther said that Goldberg was one of his idols, so that also correlates in making them connected.
yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna take Pat McAfee
Mhm.
because it's WWE. The celebs got to win something.
At this point, he's not technically a celebrity.
Well, he a wrestler.
He's a
He
comic.
calls them matches.
He
Oh,
Oh,
has
oh,
he
oh.
has
So
done
it's
so-
like it's
he
like
has
Jim Ross fighting in a match. Oh yeah, I'm definitely going with the storyline, and I'm going with Pat McAfee with the dub, like
all
a technical win.
right. We'll see.
And I'm gonna give it 1 point because um this gun I pulled him up on my other phone, and I'm looking at him, and he looked like a bad mamma jamma.
He
Um,
is.
he gonna give it to Pat McAfee for a little minute,
Mm.
and Goldberg probably gonna drag him on top of him and knock the ref out, and then wake the ref up, be like ref, and then do the count. That's what's gonna happen.
All
One
right,
point.
all right, all right. Our next match on the card, uh, they're actually doing something with the women's mid card somewhat. Lara Valkyria is going up against her idol, Becky Lynch, for the Intercontinental title. Becky turned heel. They're, I just, from my perspective, I feel like they're just going to give it to Becky to give that Intercontinental title a little bit more credibility. Don't have a lot of confidence in it, but I got Becky with one. Q.
bro, they bring Becky back. You know I didn't like the whole WrestleMania situation because she came back on all lovey dovey with the kid at the press conference, like Steph Curry did with his daughter. You know what I'm saying? Chris Paul did with his son, all them viewers. And then she turned heel the next night on Monday Night Raw. I ain't like that. Cool. Now they doing this storyline and they gonna take the belt off of Valkyria. I'm about to say her name all wrong. But they about to take the belt off of her and give it to Becky Lynch as if she was the problem. She never was the problem. They just
Yeah.
didn't give her no storyline to follow. Storyline TV time to make something of this championship belt. So I don't think it's fair to her. They're gonna make it look like she's the problem when she wasn't the problem. They ain't give her nothing to work with.
And I guarantee you, Megan gonna have a lot of storylines with that title. Guarantee you.
If they put the same effort in that they're gonna do with Becky, if they had to gave her that effort, she could have made something, and they could have elevated her into the next level, or a top tier star. But they did not do that.
Yep. It would have helped if they had that title on the line at WrestleMania. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Don't get me started.
Yeah.
How they win the tag team? All right, bro. Let me shut up. I already went down this path.
But so obviously you got Becky. How many confidence points you got on it?
I'm going Becky with two.
Becky with two. DQ. I mean, what's your thoughts? I mean, you
Okay,
you
I know.
you heard our complaints about it's the women's intercontinental title. They just recently introduced these titles. What 4 months ago? So it's a fresh new title.
So they got the same as the men.
Yep,
They
Yeah.
got Intercontinental US.
yep.
Yep.
That's it.
Okay, we doing too much. Can we say we doing too much? Like
Now it was needed, but they just not treating it right. Honestly, it was needed. The
they
women's
doing so
division,
they doing it wrong is what it is.
yeah, the
Bingo.
women's division is deep as hell. Especially they got some women coming up from NXT. Is deep as hell.
Yeah, that's true. Because even if when you play the game, the women only got 3 titles, and one of them they got to share.
Yeah, so this one, like, it was needed. They just not doing it right. Unfortunately, they did release a couple people, couple women that probably should be in the division as well. That's another problem we'll talk about another day. You release one of your only tag teams that's an actual tag team. That's another problem for another day.
Oh, man, nah, talk that shit. It need to be said now. Talk
Yeah.
that.
You release your. They always just they. I swear they just look in catering and it's like, you two, y'all want to win the tag team titles? I swear they do that. When you got actual homegrown tag teams that can build up the tag team titles. Now they had it. I see that they not put on TV a lot, but they are actual tag team and they was very creative in the ring, and you release them. Makes no sense. And then you got the other tag team that you disbanded in NXT with the Meta Girls, Lash Legend and Jakar Jackson. You just released Jakar Jackson. Like, you disband the team to tell Jakar Jackson to go out on her own. Before she can go out on her own, you'd be like kick rocks. That makes no sense, but okay. Makes no
Yeah, I know Becky Lynch. I don't know this Lyra Valkyria.
Yeah,
Valkyria. I'm going with Becky Lynch just off the name because I know her. I'm gonna give it 2 points. Like y'all, what she says, she just came back. She was on maternity leave or something.
Nah, she was just on leave. She wasn't on fraternity leave.
she was just chilling.
She was just chilling. Like
Yeah.
she was like, I done all I can do. She signed the contract and she was just she told them, when y'all got something for me, I'll come back. That's what she told me. She was
just cashing the check. I feel it, respect it.
Yep.
Well,
So,
now you have to work for it. I'm gonna take Becky Lynch, and I'm also gonna give her the 2 too because I know it's another big one.
yeah, got you. Next up, the U.S. title, which is a fatal four-way between Jacob Fatu, the U.S. champion, L.A. Knight, the former United States champion, Damian Priest, and Drew McIntyre. I feel like Drew and Damian, they just in this match because they ain't got nothing else to do. With John Cena being the world champion, they not about to fight him because they will obviously lose. And they probably got John Cena's plans planned out for the next year, pretty much. So they just in this match because they ain't got nothing to do. LA Knight's the former champion. He just trying to get his rematch. It's Jacob Fatu winning this match. I'm sorry. He's the hottest thing, one of the hottest things right now. I got Jacob with 4 because I got my 5 with something else, but I got all the confidence in the world that Jacob Fatu is going to win this in the fatal four way. And for the prop bet, he's gonna pin LA Knight since he's already pinned him.
I'm gonna say he's gonna pin Damian first.
All right.
And I'm gonna go with Jacob, but I'm only gonna go with Jacob for 3. And I'm gonna tell you why. I don't know if you I'm sure the people did, but I don't know if Dion, you watched it. SmackDown. He had an interaction with with SmackDown's GM Nick Aldis, and
Uh-huh.
he said, "You trying to screw Jacob, basically." And he said, "No, Solo, you are," and walked
Okay.
away. That's storytelling.
All right.
So I feel like I ain't gonna lie. I don't know who to pick, so that's why I still went with Jacob. But I still feel like it's a strong possibility that Jacob's gonna lose this match.
By Solo messing it up.
Solo's gonna interfere, and he's gonna end up losing this match.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm gonna go with Jacob for 3, but I ain't 100% sure on this.
All right. I got you. I don't know. You kind of scared me because now I'm not as confident as I was 20 seconds ago.
Yeah, no, I think it's a strong possibility he lose, but that's the thing. I don't know who they gonna give it to. Do they give it to Drew? Because I feel like Drew's gonna end up fighting John at some point
Yeah,
in
yeah.
the next couple months, so they don't want to give him a title. Do you
Yeah.
give it to Damien? He just lost his smack, and then you just took it off LA Knight. So it's
Yeah.
kind of one of those like, oh,
I
I
can
don't
see
know.
them. I can see them giving it to Drew just so he doesn't have to face John
Until
to
later,
keep him hot. I can
yeah.
see, but we'll see. Huh?
I was gonna say it would be like a clash at when it's clash at the castle. That's over
Oh,
somewhere. It would be but that might be in Germany this year. I don't know.
Yeah. Oh,
I think it is Germany. I think that.
DQ, your thoughts? I mean, you probably don't know these guys.
I
You
looked
know,
them all up. I done heard of Fatu, but he newer. I don't know him, but I done heard of him. I know Drew McIntyre.
I'm gonna say you should know Drew.
I
Yeah.
know, and I know I done heard of Priest, Damian Priest. I done heard of him. L.A. Knight. This guy's new to me. You said he was the former U.S. champion.
Yep.
Fatu took it from him.
Yep. At WrestleMania.
Um.
You know Fatu, he the cousin of them Usos.
Okay. That's why I know him.
Yeah, he's a cousin of
He part of what is it? The Blood
Bloodline.
Brothers
yeah,
Bloodline. Yep.
the bloodline. Yeah,
bloodline.
he's their like first cousin.
Okay, yeah, I know him.
And shit, Roman too. He's Roman's first cousin.
Roman, The Rock, that whole lineage.
I'm honestly just going off a name on this one. I know this probably ain't the right name, but I'm gonna go Drew off of this one. I
What?
think he, I think he might need some traction.
So, I
They're
mean, question.
starting to build him up too. That's what's crazy. They are starting to build him up, but we'll see.
I'm gonna go 3 because what we got. Yeah, I ain't gonna really edit it. I'll leave it like that. I'm gonna go 3 with him.
Uh,
3 for Drew. Wait, how many matches we got? You said 5 or is it
Yeah,
6?
we just got two more. We got two more. Obviously, the main event. We'll probably talk a little bit more extensively about it. But next up,
What? Hold on.
No,
The
it's one more. It's
the
a women's
women
champion.
the women's championship ain't gonna be on the card.
nah, I just
It
got
ain't.
five.
It ain't.
Right?
Okay.
No,
It
The
ain't.
nah.
the link I seen with the one I looked on CBS Sports and that's the one I seen him. They got the women's championship on there too.
Nah, I ain't get. This one's no. This what is this? Oh no, this is from last year.
Yeah, I got CBS Sports. CBS Sports, yeah, they got 6.
Six. I got five. I could be wrong. I
They
could be
got.
wrong. What's Wikipedia saying? Let me see. Back before we get there to it. Sorry about that. Y'all seen how the food is cooked. Y'all seen how the food is cooked right now. This one has.
This it might be.
I mean, Wikipedia has only five.
Okay.
Now they got Tiffany Stratton versus Nia Jax at the bottom because they're 90% sure. That's really because Friday Night SmackDown hasn't happened yet. But since it is a question mark, we might as well go ahead and talk about it. I won't add it to the confidence point prediction. We'll just make it a prop bet. Do you think it's gonna happen at Backlash? Two, who you got?
Yes, I think it's gonna happen because I don't think your boy Gunther and
Pat
Pat
gonna
gonna
last
go
long.
long. I don't think they're gonna go that long.
All right.
So I think it will happen here. I think Tiffany gonna be the winner, but
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I agree. If it does happen, Tiffany is going to win. So Tiffany Stratton and Nia Jax. Nia Jax is also she's part of that lineage somewhere in there. You know that
Yeah, I
lineage.
about to say ain't she? I about to say ain't she one of them too? I'm
She,
going with her.
she's part of
I
that
think I
lineage.
think she won her title back.
All right. So so I mean, if the way the feud is, Nia Jax she lost it because Tiffany Stratton she cashed in the Money in the Bank contract on her. She has not got a rematch on it, and actually Nia Jax she's been off TV for at least the past 2 or 3 months, which is crazy because she wasn't on the WrestleMania, and she had one hell of a 2024/2025 holding that title down. So Triple H, that's kind of a like, what you doing? That woman should have been on the card. Just saying. But prop bet me. Q have Tiffany Stratton. DQ has Nia Jax. If it happens, we will find out on Friday. Let's move on to the next match that is for sure on the card. That's Dominic Mysterio versus Pentagon. Pentagon's a newer guy. He just got not Pentagon. Penta. Penta, he just freshly new on the main roster. He's been there for what, 2 months at this point now, doing pretty good things. But Dom just won that title. Dom's not losing it. He's keeping it. I got Dominic Mysterio with 2, and it's gonna be with some interference to keep Penta a little bit stronger. So interference as the prop bet. I got yes for that.
I got Penta. Ooh, I was gonna say I got Penta. I got Dominic, even though. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Remember, Dom just won that thing, dog. He just won it.
Okay, wait a minute. Okay, but hear me out. Monday Night Raw, you seen that AJ Styles came in there and said, "What's up, Prince?" to
Yeah.
Finn Balor, going back to his, New Japan days, but Baylor Club. And I know Finn is getting tired of Dominic. I don't know if the turn comes now or if it comes later, but the Finn Balor turn is coming soon on Dominic.
Mm.
So that's what's making me hesitant. So I'm gonna go Dominic at 4.
All right, Dominic with 4. Yeah, you got your 5 left, just like me. I see where you going.
Yeah,
I'm going. I'm also going Dom at 4 because just off the name. I looked up this Penta dude. Just another dig in the mask. I'm not going for it.
he's
Okay,
nice.
he's nice
He's
though.
nice, man.
Rey Mysterio. That's Rey Mysterio's son. Come on now.
And yeah, Penta's nice.
He's nice though.
He's nice.
I don't think he's gonna win this. He's nice. They actually, word on the street, his brother is, on SmackDown. Word on the street, they about to put them together,
I don't want
like
that.
that tag team division a little bit.
I don't want that whatsoever.
I don't think it should happen right away. I think they should
Y'all
be
talking about
on
he
their own for a little
nice.
bit longer. But hey, it is
I
what
think,
it is.
I think they both should at least get like a year of a solo run to build their name up. I
Which is,
don't want. I want the Lucha Brothers tag team in WWE. I just don't want it now.
I agree. I retweet, and like. So let's go ahead and get to the main event. Good old nostalgia, but in reverse. John Cena, the heel, versus Randy Orton, the babyface. And not only is it Randy Orton, the babyface, they are in St. Louis. And if you don't know, that is Randy Orton's hometown. But this is easy. John just got this title. He's still fresh on his heel turn. They just doing this match for nostalgia reason. It's John Cena with 5. I don't think the match is gonna be very good because both these guys, at least heel John Cena and regular Randy Orton, just in general, they wrestle a very slow paced match. I don't got much faith in the match being good, but I got John Cena winning it pretty confidently, 5 points. The question is if Travis Scott will show up. I doubt The Rock even consider showing up. But the question is if Travis Scott shows up. Apparently, Travis Scott, he's been doing some training to get in the ring for realsies. And for the prop bet of Travis Scott, if he shows up or not, I'm just go yes, because that's just what they're doing right now. So John Cena with 5, Travis Scott shows up, yes.
I got John Cena at 5. I got Travis Scott showing up. I want Randy Orton to win. I know he's not going to because, like you said, they got this whole year planned out. I've been saying it from the jump. Randy Orton needed to be the last person John Cena faces, and he needed to go ahead and submit that legend killer status. You giving me this you giving me this now takes away from it. I get it. Like you said, it's St. Louis. It's Randy Orton's hometown. I get that. But to me, it's just backlash. No disrespect. This should at least be at the minimum. It should be a Survivor Series. This is a WrestleMania SummerSlam match because it's the last time. You giving me this at backlash? Nah, man, it don't feel right from my perspective. It does not feel right. I feel like we're being cheated.
All right. Before we let DQ go, Dom and Penta, is there going to be interference in that?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Come on, man. They ain't like you said. They ain't letting Pittsburgh look weak.
All right. All right, back to
He
John
don't
and
need no help. I tell you that.
back to John and Randy. I mean, I agree, but we know what, like we both said, they got John Cena's year planned out. He got about 27 dates left. They got it planned out. They know who he gonna face, when they gonna face him. They know when he gonna lose. They know. They know. John knows. People that he's planning on facing knows. They know. This is just the first step on it. So we'll see. DQ, I know you said you not. So we know you're not big into wrestling right now, but you do know the history of John
You
Cena.
know, I know the history, and
He
Yeah,
and
know
this is
these two. Ain't no way
look.
you don't know these two.
yeah.
Um, cheated ain't the right word. We be in. We be in. What is the word I'm looking for? They are patronizing us. Is what they doing. They spitting in our face and telling us it's raining outside. Why would you give us the first match after WrestleMania? Who did he beat at WrestleMania? Cody Rhodes.
Yep.
Why is the first match the next pay per view, the next PLE, John Cena, Randy Orton? That don't make no sense at all.
Nope.
You have him come back and fight Cody again. Then you go on. You have him and Randy Orton get into it along the way, but they should. This is the next WrestleMania match. You can't have them fight now and then fight. They can't fight again later. That don't make no sense.
Okay,
Because
but well, one thing said, I'm not sure how up to date you are. Like I said, John Cena has 20. He's not going to do another WrestleMania.
you said
He's
27. Oh, 27 more.
dates, 27
Okay,
He's
shows.
never
done at the end
mind.
of the year.
He's only doing 20. Pretty much, if John Cena last year, he said when December hits, after when the year 2026 hits, next time you see him is gonna be in suits. He said after 2025 ends and it's 2026, he's hanging the jorts up. And anytime you see him, he will be wearing suits. And if you know John Cena, he already wears suits anywhere he goes. Only time you see that man not in a suit is when he's working on WWE in his jorts, or if he's on obviously if he's in the movie. But the man wears suits all the damn time.
Right.
That's what he said he's gonna do. He said, "You're not gonna see him in jorts anymore after 2025." His words.
Well, yeah, this should have been the December fight, man. This should not be. He can't come back and fight him again in December.
Nah, he can't. I get it because like we said, he
Honestly,
has
I would have
20.
preferred to have a Triple H fight than a Randy Orton fight.
Yeah, I mean the Triple H is retired. He done. He got heart issues.
I
Yeah,
know
so
he. I'm just saying, man.
yeah, I
uh,
agree with you,
you know what I'm
but
saying? Just somebody else from that time frame, but not. Well, I guess they the only two left. Shit.
I
I
was
mean,
gonna say,
yeah, I agree with you. It shouldn't have been this early, but obviously St. Louis is
Hell,
probably.
Cody Rhodes still right there. You should that should still be the thing. At least get that out for another couple weeks.
I will say they're probably not going to do any rematches with John Cena. They don't have the time. They don't have the dates to do a rematch. So that's probably why they're not doing Cody Rhodes. They may do Cody Rhodes at the end, have Cody Rhodes take the title off of him, but it's going to be Randy Orton. And I'm willing to bet half of my next check that at Money in the Bank is going to be CM Punk because they
yeah,
have.
because it's in Chicago.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
gonna have to switch back though, and he gonna have to come back to the good side.
What you mean?
John
Uh,
Cena.
no,
Oh, he's eventually going to come back to the good
I
side.
said he's not going out heel.
Yeah, he'll probably later in the years when he start coming back good side.
I don't think so. I think he's going out of heel.
You think so?
I think he's gonna retire a heel.
That don't make sense.
I'll be shocked if he goes
You gonna
out.
switch in less than a year? You gonna switch him back?
Yeah.
No, you gotta let that thing at least ride out for a year. That's how most
He bro,
switches like that last like a year or two.
he
Ain't no way you switch it back in a year.
he gonna hit Travis Scott with what is the attitude adjuster?
Yep.
Yeah, yeah.
He gonna hit him with one of him. The crowd gonna erupt, and he be like, Travis Scott, don't help me with any more matches. I don't need your help. I'm John Cena. Ah! Take him on a ride.
Well, listen. I think he turns babyface around October, November. Then he has that final match as a babyface. Rides off into the sunset. Comes back with a suit on. Throws the jorts in the middle of the ring and leaves. That's how I see it playing out. So,
Is Punk back on with WWE?
Yeah,
yep.
that's why he's like he think he gonna wrestle him at the next match at the next PLE.
Well, he should have got him now. Like this, they doing this all out of order. They doing this
No,
They
all
they
out
doing
of
it.
they
order.
they doing it at Money in the Bank. Money in the Bank is a place to do that
They
for.
doing it at hometowns. That's what they do.
Yeah, hometowns and significant PLEs. After CM Punk, I don't know what John Cena's gonna do.
Drew,
I
he
don't.
gonna face Drew one time.
Yeah, that's it.
Ooh,
Outside that, I don't know. But
I'm trying to think of all the wrestlers I know that could still be wrestling. What about Big Boy? Kevin Owens. He's still there?
He just
I
went
think
out
you
like
know him. Yeah,
he just
he's
went out like
actually
a month
hurt
ago.
though. He's out
Ah,
for a while. He's going. We might not see him in the ring again. Type injury.
Yeah,
ooh.
yeah, he might be done.
Um,
Yeah, Drew. That's the only other person, to be honest with you, that I can think of right now is Drew.
Uh, yeah, CM Punk, Drew, maybe now Sammy's on the other show. I don't know.
Jacob moved too fast for him, so it ain't gonna be Jacob.
Nah, no, Jake could definitely move too fast for him.
He might get an
one of
elbow
them, one of the
drop.
Usos. Is that a thing?
Nah, Jimmy ain't that
There
level.
yet.
Roman.
Jay's on the other show.
They had a
They've
beef
done
before.
Roman. I don't see them doing Roman. They've done it plenty of times. And Roman, he's dead. John Cena got 27 dates left in this year.
The
Roman
Rock.
gonna do 10.
I'm gonna say, yeah, Roman probably only got 10 to 12.
You think The Rock will come back for
Rock's
that
like,
one more match?
He
no.
ain't doing that. If The Rock comes back for a match, that's two matches The Rock is gonna do. Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns.
I was gonna say, this if Rock come back wrestling, he ain't wrestling John. He's wrong because right now they on same side.
Yeah.
Basically, John Cena's the Rock's puppet currently.
Ah.
In
So
storyline purposes, yeah.
storyline, yeah, storyline.
Oh, okay. I remember seeing that where he hit him with that ugly ass
Yeah, uh,
slit throat, but he
yep,
did it wrong. How you?
Yeah. So
Hey,
yeah.
the Rock's buttered, bro. I don't care what nobody say. He had to write everything down on his hand. How you write down slit throat and he do it wrong?
oh man. But that's Backlash in a nutshell. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not 100% sure I will be watching it live. I'll watch it, just may not be live. Just saying that's how I feel about the show. Not that excited about it, but it's the season after WrestleMania. It's usually always a down season after WrestleMania, nothing special. But that'll do it for another episode of From My Perspective. I'm your boy Dion. Uh, DQ, you got anything you want to plug before we get out of here?
Storytime podcast coming soon.
All right, bro. Stop with the nonsense, bro. Plug the pod that we do, bro. Plug the pod that the company
Hey
is
Q,
named
I'm just
after.
acting accordingly, my boy. What we talking about?
Nah, bro. Plug the pod that the company is named
Hey
after.
man, the Mixed Vibes podcast. You can get it wherever you find your podcast, like Apple, Spotify, Pandora. They kick it with us over there. You hit the Instagram, the Facebook, Twitter for questions, comments, concerns only. We also have an email and phone number. Questions, comments, concerns only. But y'all already know what time it is. Your boy Young Quaggy T the Green, aka the Vanilla Killer.
Like DQ said, like Quack said, Mixed Vibe Media, follow all the podcasts. Act accordingly. Hold up. And another thing, we got a lot going on. But while you're here, please subscribe too. From our perspective, we doing big things over here as usual. Once again, I'm your boy Dion. One more thing, there's merch in the bio. A lot of merch coming. We might got some new merch coming soon. I can't say too much about that, but I'm just saying we might got some new stuff coming soon. Once more, I'm your boy Dion. This has been From My Perspective. Q, take us home.
Man, you already know the fast. It's your boy, Mr. Bell, aka say your number on the spot, aka hey Dion, we bet at 100. we on the doorsteps of 100 real soon. Well, not real soon.
Real soon.
Like next 2 episodes soon. But yeah, hey man, we're gonna catch y'all on the next one.